It looks like we are live. Okay. I don't see my audio source, people. What's going on, everybody? It is your boy, Yibin Curse, and I want to welcome y'all to my first ever live. So, I hope that I don't get clapped because I have music playing in the background, but it's non-copyrighted music, YouTube. So please do not clap. My first ever live. I hope that the audio was crisp. Because I can't tell right now. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Because I cannot. I don't know. Should I try to look up and see? Let me try to look and see. Y'all, hey, listen, everybody bear with me right now. You know why? It took me it took me about a week almost to even get this going. And I'm looking down at my screen just because I'm trying to make sure everything is lined up and all of that stuff. But it took me about a week to even figure all of this stuff out. And I don't know why I'm doing it this way when I got a tablet sitting right here next to me. Makes sense, right? Use the tablet, not the phone. So I'm going to use the tablet here to see if we up. Looks like we are live. That's 2 people are watching. I don't know who those 2 people are, but whoever you are, I appreciate you. Oh, somebody said, hey, Miss Hanson, period 8 says, hey, how you doing? I appreciate you. Listen, again, I told y'all, so can y'all tell me if y'all can hear me or not? Because I don't know. I'm doing well. I'm doing excellent actually. Games, how are you? I can't complain, y'all. Listen, this is gonna be like I said, my first ever live. So if y'all hear me, please put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me, please. I definitely want to get this going, but before I get this going, I want to make sure that y'all can hear me. And if y'all can hear me, just let me know here. Let's put this over here. And all right, let's go. All right. Just hey, y'all let me know. Okay, boom. We got a 1. We in the game. Hey, I'm not gonna tell y'all I tried to snap just now and it's like my finger oh man, I tell you, the stuff that is gonna be on these lives now, I'm prepared to just embarrass myself after I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm so prepared. Lord, I'm so prepared to embarrass myself. So I came across this video, and it's from Jason Williams. Jason Williams is a guy that I saw on what's the guy's name? Cam Newton. I saw him on Cam Newton's page. And when I saw him, give me 1 second. When I saw him on the page, I'm sorry, on Cam Newton's show, and he was interviewing him, I thought the guy was very interesting. He reminds me of one of my partners, one of my older partners. And I guess I'm mid-age now, I guess, if you want to call it that. And this guy's a little bit older than me, maybe like 15 years older than me. And even he looks like him almost with the beard and everything, but they talk the same. But this guy's very poised, and you could tell that he practiced what he preaches. I don't put people on like a pedestal or anything like that. But when I come across people that I admire his capabilities to talk to another man without raising his voice and you know, getting irate and going crazy and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Um I subbed. I appreciate you for the sub. Games 24/7. I appreciate you for the sub, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, I really admire a man that could talk to other men and have conversations without that, because I grew up in a city. I grew up in Baltimore where everything is like, it's just super aggressive. Even with the women, it's like, it's just super like, just like, and it's just how it is. And since I moved south, you know, things like it like mellowed out for me, and then like I kind of like got to the point where I'm like, I'm 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 never off my game, but I'm not looking over my shoulder every 5 seconds, and I'm not talking to men right off the back, like just really aggressive. And I saw the shift in that, and the shift is some people gonna try you. You know what I'm saying? and with people trying you, you got to learn how to maneuver. And I'm trying to take some pointers from what he's talking about and everything. But anyway, let's get into the video. He talks about the comprehensive man, and he's talking to brother Mark Spite, I guess. I think. Let's see. Yes. Okay. So I think let's start from the beginning and go from there. Y'all let me know if the music is bothering y'all in the background. They don't have any music in their video, but just y'all let me know. All right.
Shalom. My name is Jason Wilson, and welcome to the Comprehensive Man series. This is where men committed to being the right man in every moment strive to master the 10 characteristics of the comprehensive man: the fighter, the provider, the leader, the lover, the nurturer, the gentleman, the friend, the husband, the father, and the son. Join me as we rediscover what it truly means to be authentically human.
His breakdown is so dope. Like my breakdown is always just so wild and like crazy. So that's why I'm kind of mellow for this one. Joey, stop.
And rise to become the man the moment demands. Today, my good brother Mark Spite has joined us to share his journey through one of the 10 characteristics of the comprehensive man.
I hope I don't get crazy.
Shalom, brother.
Shalom.
Glad you're here. Finally get my brother up on the camera.
Right.
And so many of the men who follow me get to learn more about my brother
Like
Mark Spite.
Almost.
And what you've been through, your story, your testimony is really powerful to me.
Thank you.
Which one of the 10 characteristics that you pick that you wanted to talk about?
The gentleman.
The gentleman.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to read the definition real quick and we'll dive in. All right. The gentleman exudes respect.
So he has, I guess this is his book. This is Jason Wilson's book. And he has like these, like in the beginning you heard when he was breaking down like the father, the son, all of those different things of like what the man is. And he calls it the comprehensive man. Excuse me. I think let's just get into it. Let's get into it.
For others and himself through deliberate and appropriate etiquette without compromising his values. Why did you pick the gentleman? Like, I thought it would be the father, the husband, maybe even the fighter, from what I know about you. What made you pick the gentleman?
I think for me, growing up, I was taught to be polite. My mother taught me to open up the door for ladies at the grocery store, or, you know, I would open up the door for her. She would always make sure she emphasized.
Hey, listen. Okay, so This is my first live stream. So, fun fact about me: my mother's Jamaican, and my whole family's Jamaican. Pretty much, I was pretty much first generation in this country, right? And my mother's kind of what he's describing. Not kind of, she is what he's describing. Like, it was always a thing, like always a thing for her to instill like being polite. Okay, so like we could when we went to other people's houses, we didn't sit down until somebody told us to sit down. We didn't ask for any food whatsoever. If we were offered food, we were told to say no, even if we were hungry as hell. Like it was just a thing where, you know, appreciate you. It was just a thing where she really instilled in us that we were almost like she wanted us to be perfect to a certain T. Like you just a hair, like even the way I look right now, my mother will hate that I'm on screen right now without a haircut. You know what I'm saying? She always talk about my weight, everything. Like she wanted, she was raising gentlemen, but she was also trying to be a I don't know how to explain. Like she was trying to be more harder on a certain end. You get what I mean? But yeah, being polite, being a gentleman, all of those things was like things that my mother just like drilled in us. Like you had to be like this upstanding guy if you per se. Like my mother used to tell me some crazy stuff like, no matter how many women you got, no matter how many women you got, whichever woman you with at that time, make sure she feels special, and she'll know that about no other woman. Like my mother used to teach me like off the wall stuff like that. But yeah, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it.
How important it is for a man to be respectful, to talk in a certain tone when he's talking to women, even how.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it.
I don't have
base
free
44.
YouTube, y'all.
To shake, hand. I know you touched on how,
for sure.
The man puts their hand underneath.
Brothers be shaking women's hands like this. How you doing? You good?
Right.
You good? Yeah.
And so she taught me that, a woman hand's supposed to rest over the top.
Excellent.
And
It's all good, games. It's all good. Listen, I don't know. I can't tell who is games 247, but it must be somebody I know, and whoever it is, I appreciate you just for even stopping in. So, yeah, we gonna run this back anyway. I'm gonna try to do this at least. I'll try to do this once a day if I can. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. You know what I mean? The more repetitions I get, the better. You know what I mean? I don't know. I have no idea. I gotta figure out how to work all of this stuff. I'm still. I don't know. You just being here is good enough for me. You know what I mean? I appreciate you. You ain't got to donate right now, nothing like that. Like we gonna roll with it for now. You go, because I don't know exactly. Let me do some research tomorrow. Every day I'm doing different research about all of this stuff. So even just me getting this scene here, like it took like a week just to figure all of this stuff out. Like everything, this, that, like everything. The camera that I'm screaming on. That's what I'm saying. I'm hoping that the everything is coming through clean and clear and all of that stuff. So I appreciate whoever is on this stream right now. Anybody that's on the stream right now, I appreciate it. It's yeah. Let's get it, y'all. All right, let's get back to it.
age.
So you knew that then?
I knew that growing up.
Let's run it. I'm gonna run it back so we could because I was talking, so we can kind of get a little bit.
I know you touched on how,
for sure.
The man puts their hand underneath.
Brothers be shaking women's hands like this. How you doing? You good?
Right.
You good? Yeah.
And so she taught me that, a woman hand's supposed to rest over the top.
Excellent.
And at that age.
So you knew that then?
I knew that growing up. Yeah,
You
my
know,
mother taught me.
I didn't, like, I heard about it before, but when I studied it writing this book, I'm like, whoa, I've been shaking women's hands incorrectly. Like, even though you still want to be respectful, because if she doesn't know you're in business, she still may want to do this.
Right.
But I often,
I never knew that. I never knew that a woman's hand was supposed to be over your hand as you shaking. Like, I remember one time, I was at work and one of my managers, who we was real cool and all of that. I don't know. I'm always cool with managers, like male or female. I'm always cool with managers. Like, I got crazy stories about that. But I went, and every day everybody like hug and stuff like that. And it was at Forever 21. Yeah, this is way early. I was a stock guy. And she'll come in and hug everybody. But then I like hugged her, but I hugged her like this, like, but not like this. You get what I'm saying? Not over arm, but I hugged her underarm. But I could have hugged her this way. You get what I'm saying? If I feel like if I hug a woman like this, I feel like that's family. If I hug a woman like this, I could kind of just be like, you know what I'm saying? But if I hug a woman over, I feel like that's like my woman. But she was saying something to the effect like, if I hug a woman over, I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know that, like, there's a way to put your hand over. You know what I mean? Just like I didn't know it was a way to freaking, I gotta get rid of this part right here. There we go. Now I can see the full chat. Okay. I couldn't see the full chat, y'all. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Okay, so if I could have one wish, what could it be? Oh. I don't know if I even want to say that. Y'all about to have me get emotional already on the first stream. What the hell? Gain a better relationship with my children. I think that's probably the most important thing. Like somewhere along the lines, like some shit just got lost in translation. Whether on my end, their end, or the other side. You get what I'm saying? I know it's definitely on, on everybody's end for sure. Yeah. So I ain't even gonna get into that. But yeah, I think that's probably would be the most thing, like a better relationship with my children, because that's the most important thing to me. Even though I try to act hard and be like, yeah, that's not. It really is. It's like the most important thing to me for sure. So yeah, all right, let's get back to it.
I do here, I often come here if she allows me.
Definitely.
And that's interesting. How old were you when your mother was teaching you about chivalry and being a gentleman?
I was about, I would say, 8 or 9 years old. I remember she had her own business. So we used to vend.
Vend?
Yeah, we used to vend. So she had the special recipe for peanuts.
What is vend? For real?
So we used to go in the market and sell peanuts. But she had a special recipe that she would sell. So we would go around to different areas, set up like a pop-up shop, and sell these like family recipe peanuts. So
I never knew that. You never shared that with me. That's called.
Do you like my cover art? No, I can't see your cover art. Where can I see it? I don't know. I can't even tell. I'm trying to click on. I'm streaming through a secondary app, so I'm not like directly through. Maybe I can go to. Hold on. Because I don't know. See, yeah, listen. Now y'all gonna have me really doing some research tomorrow, because I don't know how to do a lot of this stuff. But yeah, yeah, I don't think I have like super chats or anything like that, or if I could see anything as of yet. But it's coming. It's definitely coming, y'all. It's definitely coming. I'm gonna do some more research about all of this stuff, so I could be more interactive with y'all. You get me? You get me? Do y'all get me? All right, I'm done. All right, let's get back to it, y'all.
Vending. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So
Is that what they got? Vending machines?
I believe so.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Yeah. So go ahead. Continue.
So when we went around, I would always be around a lot of people. So she would teach us how to speak. If they asked us why we were doing this, I still remember this. It's funny, but we were learning to be entrepreneurs. So we had to really say.
That's dope. That's very important. That's very important to teach your kids how to get a dollar very early in age. That's very important. But also teach them how not to get used by trying to get that dollar. Because there's been times where I got used like hell, and then my mother came in and raised hell. Like she gave. I'm talking about illegal stuff and legal stuff. Like real stuff. Like, yeah. I remember one time I was cutting grass, acres, like with a push lawnmower. Yo, these people had me pushing a lawnmower for acres. I was like 13 years old. This is called Pearson's Plantation. Pearson's Plantation. Do y'all hear the name? Yo, it was called Pearson's Plantation. Me say the blood, me say them people there have me a push one. Yo, I can't even get it out. Yo, they had me pushing. Insane, y'all. Insane. Let me see if I could without interfering with. Hold on. I'm gonna have to pause this. Give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna pause the music for a second, y'all, because I want to see if I could get some more people over here, y'all, to join the conversation. Let's get this going. Hold on, y'all. We are now live. Let's get it. We're going to try to get this. Oh, hold on. Let me go back. Anybody? Listen, I'm matter of fact, as I share this, let me get some proper diction here. As I share this to a few of the social media sites, I'm gonna let this play. I think that would be better, right? That's what y'all here for, is to watch the video with me. Okay, let's get it.
Certain things. So I got comfortable with being around people, comfortable with speaking to older ladies, younger ladies, and she just wanted me to be prepared.
Now, were you always as fly as you are? Like, so everyone, just want to let you know, I've never seen this brother wear the same outfit yet. Like, never. So, I mean, have you always been, like, dressing the way you do, clean, casual, everything coordinated? I mean, has this always been Mark Spike?
Well, I would say my grandfather was a tailor at Crowley's downtown in Detroit. Yeah.
Yes,
so, so he was very into fashion. Tailor. He would tailor make suits for my father.
Always wanted like a closet full of tailor-made suits. Like just like every. I made it like an AI thing not too long ago where I just like compiled a bunch of AI images that I made of myself, and I made a lot of suits within that. And it was like I went from like all the way back from like the 1920s all the way till now. I want to get those suits made so bad. Like I really want to get those suits made so bad because it says something about a person when they were in a suit. So for me, when I was growing up, I seen gangsters wearing suits. Like you're supposed to look good. You're not supposed to just look like anything. Like even me just sitting right here, I feel like I should just be wearing a suit for y'all just because I'm watching this. Like I think I'm a little underdressed right now. To be honest, I'm just a little underdressed. I'm telling y'all.
My aunts. And I don't know, maybe it was just in the blood that, he always made sure I had a clean white shirt. I had to learn how to iron my pants, had to learn how to do laundry at an early age. Just the importance to detail was always important to me. But it was a time where
it's crazy like how you could already have something instilled in you already, but then your parents like heighten things. So it was things I had to grow out of that I'm already a person that's kind of like over obsessed with like how my clothes are folded and certain places and how things are placed. Like I could tell if something been moved or like all of those different things. Like I'm like very particular about how I place things. Yeah.
I had my tall tees, or my baggy jeans,
But it made me try to break certain things because like I would like start being around people and then like I'm damn near judging them because they don't do what I do almost, but at the same time there's a correct way and a non-correct way to do things. You get what I'm saying? And some people just just don't do the shit right. I get mad because they're not doing it right, but they just wasn't raised like me, or they just don't have it in them. Like, cause even my siblings, they don't have certain things in them that I have, and vice versa. But for the most part, they definitely don't have most of the things in them. Like yeah, yeah.
in the 90s and my Timbs and stuff. So, but I always knew the importance of keeping things clean and making sure every time I step out, I'm presentable.
So, you East Side?
I'm
East or West
I'm
Side?
from Highland Park.
Highland Park, okay. So growing up in Highland Park, HP, was it well received that you were like a gentleman, kind in that community, or did did the young brothers at that time, did they try to test you, clown you for being kind to women and seniors, etc.?
Well, I think
with AI,
You can create any character you want in seconds.
This used to require huge
I'm sorry,
Hollywood
y'all.
budgets.
it came across as for some, men that don't understand what that's about, don't understand, open up a door for a woman, they would say, well, you weak, or, everybody wanted to be a player.
I had to learn that stuff from movies. Like my mother taught me a lot. Don't get me wrong. She taught me how to be chivalrous and all that stuff. But like opening doors and all that stuff, I don't know if I remember my mother teach. My mother probably did teach me that. But I know I remember watching like movies and TV, and and seeing those things and like, oh, that's how a man, like kind of like rom-coms or like just romantic movies, and you're like, oh, that's how a man's supposed to treat a woman, you know, because you don't have that. The guys that was around me at that time, they were yeah, they were different. They were definitely different. They didn't they weren't family men, if you would say. They were they were definitely womanizers for sure. they they were definitely womanizers, especially my pops, man. God rest his soul, man. I love that dude, man. But he was a gentleman though. He was definitely a gentleman. I'm not going to find device. What? I don't know. I don't know what the hell that was. Hold on, y'all. Let me put my hold on, y'all. Give me a second. I had to put this charge charge on this before. I don't know. I've been on here for a little bit now, so let's get it, man. Let's get it.
Oh, you know, you're not a player, or you're not this, or you're not that, because I chose to be respectful. I chose to say yes, sir, no, ma'am. You know, they thought I was soft. But, you know, they didn't know, like, you know, growing up, you know, I was into, you know, the streets.
Yeah.
You know, I got shot when I was 15, so I knew about that life.
Yeah.
But I just chose to continue.
What is it about Chicago? Like, what is it about Chicago and children? Like, just recently we seen. I don't know if you haven't seen, it's been everywhere, but we seen that the this lady and her two children got jumped by a bunch of other children, and they did these people nasty. Um, the violence in Chicago, the gunplay. Like, what does Chicago breed? Like, is it in the, like real stuff? Is it in the water? You know what I mean? Is it what is it? What actually is it that I just don't get it? I don't get it. I don't get what is the allure of just killing, and shooting. And first and foremost, how the hell all these damn kids is getting these guns these days? That's what I'm trying to figure out. You know how hard it was to get a gun back in the day? And it sounds crazy when I'm saying back in the day. Oh my God, I'm old. Yo, I just hit it with the back in the day. I really just hit this. Yo.
What? This hour?
Yo, I hit it with with the back in the day. But back in the day was really the thing for real show. Like it was a thing where it was like you had to know somebody that knew somebody. Or you had to just like find some shit. You know what I'm saying? But now you're like, yo, these kids got sweat. Yo, they got you know what I mean? With the blah mean, you with the pop poppity pop but dot bam dot boom beat I got the goddamn shoom la ow. They got all of it, bro. Like they ain't playing like I ain't playing with none of these kids. But like I was saying, we saw that the lady and her two children got assaulted by all of these children. I think I might do a video about that tomorrow. I definitely want to break that down for sure because this shit retarded. I don't understand how to. I don't know if I can curse on here. I mean, it's not. This foolishness is retarded, and I don't know if I can say that. This foolishness is crazy. Yo, there's no way. Yo, there's no. I understand why all these parents are out here outraged and going to these people's houses and all of that crazy stuff. But there's no way. Like I heard the lady say, I didn't want to hurt those kids or something like that because they was kids. Them kids ain't give a damn. Once they started jumping you, they ain't get. That wasn't no like, oh yeah, we had a birthday party and uncle was here or auntie here, and then she liked to play a lot, so we just fake hit her, and then couple kids go a little overboard and they kick it, and they're like, all right. No, this was full fledged. I'm Miss me want do something to uno. Me want bust out on the blood cleat. Me want rinse in the off. I don't know how the mother. I don't know if she sensed the danger before or whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna do some research and I'm gonna see if I can find some videos and we're gonna go through them and all of that. Because it was crazy. But let's get back to this, y'all. This is why this is a live stream, y'all. So just gonna be, it's gonna be a little bit longer than just like a regular podcast. Regular podcasts, I have like more pinpoints and stuff like that. But this is more interactive, so ain't nobody in here now. But we gonna keep doing this until people start coming in here. We gonna keep doing this until people start coming in this mug. You feel me? Oh man.
Myself in a different way.
What's interesting, we were talking briefly before we started recording about how this culture misconstrues being tough or gangster with the way you dress. So they'll see someone like you and think you will be an easy target.
Mm-hmm.
And the way we grew up, the brothers who were the cleanest were the most dangerous.
Right.
The brothers who were the most kind, gentlemen, carried the groceries for a woman walking to a car, especially the elderly. They were the most dangerous men I ever known in my life. And, I mean, look at the gangsters, from John Gotti to Mafia, you name it. They all were clean and very detailed. And so in my book...
I said the same thing. Even the gangsters back then were clean. Capone, all of them, all of those guys. Even when you look at Scarface in the movies, like he could be a face pile of white girl, and he clean as a whistle. Going to war, clean as a whistle. Like you got like. I don't know where gangster, I don't see, these kids ain't gangsters. These kids is thugs. These dudes is thugs. These people are thugs. They're not gangsters. Like, gangsters had a code. Gangsters have a code. Gangsters do and then I don't know at the same time. I don't know. From what I know, most of the people that I was around was, or that was around the people that was affiliated with my dad and those people like that. They were solid. I didn't hear anything about them, folding or anything like that. Most of those guys, shoot. So one of them guys doing like 30-something years. I think he probably should be home pretty soon. But yeah, man.
The moment demand for those of you who have it and those of you who don't. This is the Gentleman chapter, and I talk about attention to detail in one part where I had a meeting with a general contractor. And I love even right now, even how you're coordinated, everything is detailed, even how you work here, and I really admire that. And so many of our young boys, which we need to touch on as well, the dining etiquette and grooming etiquette that we facilitate, they need to see what it's like to truly cross the T and dot the I in life,
Absolutely.
And I share here, I had arranged to meet a general contractor for breakfast, hoping to secure a contract after showing him my ceramic and marble tile portfolio. Just as I had finished cutting the pancakes, I realized that I hadn't washed my hands. I excused myself to use the restroom. When I returned, I reached for my portfolio, but the contractor smiled. He extended his hand and said, "I don't need to see your work. You got the job." So, you know,
He went to dinner, lunch, whatever it was. I be getting some. Listen, y'all gonna learn. I got short-term memory. I'm just telling you. So I might rewind to this just to hear what he just said. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. But he went and met with someone for a job, whatever the job was, gonna be. And they ordered their food or whatever case may be, and I guess the food came, and then he remembered he didn't wash his hands. So he got up from the table and went to the bathroom and washed his hands and came back. And by the time he came back, the contractor, whoever it was, or whoever the person is, or the person there to hire him, said, "I don't need to see your portfolio anymore," because he saw that man was clean. He saw that man had some decorum about him. Had some, I'm sure, from the first, just from when he first met him, how he seen, oh, he's well groomed. He put himself together. He's this, and the third. He's in shape. Like even me not being in shape right now, I feel like somebody should look at me, but like, why should I trust you? You don't even take care of your body correctly. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like fat, super fat, but you know, I'm it's the biggest I've ever been in my life. But I look at people like that as well. I definitely look at people about if your fingernails is dirty, all of that, like especially whatever you would say, um, women, like toes, feet, hands, like all of those different things, like on men and women, like hands, like you have to be groomed, and you could tell a lot about a person. I remember I was working um as a contractor, and I'm not gonna say exactly where I was working, but I was working as a contractor, and I was uh um I'm sorry, I was a manager, supervisor, all that in between, right? And a lot of the people that came to the job, we got them through like tip agencies and stuff like that. So when we got them through the job and all of that, it would be like people from all everywhere, like all over the city, all over the place. But the first thing I would look for is like, let's say if they return, or if like, I mean, not return, if they were a person that we had to come back and return to work the next day, because like, sometimes they just, we just like, nah, don't come back. But you'll see, and over time you'll look and see who wears the same exact thing every day, like exact thing, like pants, shirt, jacket, everything, every single day. And then you could tell the people that like change their stuff. You could tell everybody that clean their stuff. You could tell people that went home and took a shower. Like you could tell all of those different things, and you just be looking, you be like, damn, ain't try to, and it don't look like you even try to hand wash it. Like I listen, I hand wash the heck out something if I have to, just to make sure I'm clean, just to make sure I ain't nobody gonna look at me all crazy when I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't. It's a lot of people. Yo, it's a lot of people. I get it. Like sometimes you just be like, man, I'm about to just run to the store real quick. I ain't brushed my teeth. I ain't washed my ass yet, but I just need to go run to the store real quick, go grab this, and then come back, and then I get myself together. Like I get it. And you just hope nobody see you that you got to talk to, so that you'll be all in they in they face and all of that. But yeah, man. I mean, let's get to it.
like my man, every meeting I have to sell a job, everyone wants to see the before and after pictures. There were no iPhones or anything back then or iPads, so all we had was a leather portfolio with pictures printed and put into this portfolio. And so, of course, I was taken aback, like, how are you going to give me this $20,000 job without seeing my work? Unbeknownst to me, I'd already cut my pancakes, but the way I had cut the pancakes, which was unique, it was unique to him, and it became a subconscious habit to me.
Legato cinematic strings. Ooh, hold on. Yeah.
Live stream.
They were symmetrically cut like a pie.
So that's what got him the job. That's what got him the job. Cutting his pancakes into a pie chart. Attention to detail is everything, man. Attention to detail is everything. I'm a very neat person myself. I pride myself on having great table manners and having great manners, period. I pride myself on that. Even when people were being a dick to me and all of that stuff, like, I pride myself on having manners. I call children yes, ma'am, yes, sir, or sir and ma'am. They're not my superior. They're not my elder. They're not none of that. But I pride myself on that, where I treat everyone with kindness until, and then I got to show you something. And then now I'm the bad guy. But attention to detail is everything. All you got to do is just show up. Show up first and foremost. You show up, and you show up as the best you ever. Like, the best you ever. Just show up and make sure that you show up on point, and make sure you show up groomed, and make sure you show up polite and kind and all of that. No matter where you came from, it don't matter where you come from, where you going. Like, it's about where you going. Like, you're forever growing. Like, I come from one of the craziest off the wall cities, man. And I've been in the trenches. Like, when I say, yo, like, super trenches, like Baltimore is a wild place, man. And and you know what? Me being a gentleman, a gangster and a gentleman in Styles P way. You hear what I'm saying?
What? This
Me being a gangster and a gentleman is what got me to this point, that got me to the age that I am right now. And more gentleman than gangster. Because there was times where you and not even, because gentleman is more gangster than actual gangster. Like, gentleman is more like, you got to know how to be have humility, and, like, sometimes somewhat humble yourself. I don't know the other word, because humble was kind of like almost damn near demean, like lowering yourself. But you got to have, like, some sort of man, I don't know how to even call it right now. But you got to have something where you really be on your shit. Excuse me, I don't know if I can curse on this live stream. I say, I don't know, man. I'm trying to. I think I'm do good. I ain't even cursing all the time. I think I probably said like 2 or 3. What you do, don't try to do nothing to me. You feel me? You feel me? Anyway, let's get back to it.
And he said to me, because I asked him, I said, why are you going to just give me the job without looking at my portfolio? And he says, anyone who can cut their pancakes like you do can cut my towel any day.
Wow.
So did your mother teach you dining etiquette as well, or your father?
So, yes, my mother, she would take us to nice restaurants. She would show us how to order off the menu, starting appetizer, how to run down and pick things that would be suitable and how to go about that. She would show.
I learned that from movies too. But then also, my mom used to work at a country club back in the day. Yeah. So I was, what I'm talking about? I worked at the country club too. It was the Pearson's Plantation. What am I talking about? I learned it from there too. Where I used to see how they set the tables and all that. So then when I would go and I watch a movie, and I go and I just go in the dining room and look, and we're like, oh, that is true. That's how he set the table. That's a bread knife, or that's a salad knife, or that's that's the dinner knife, or that's the butter knife, or that's the steak knife, or that I learned those things for like movies and stuff like that. Like I learned a lot from movies, man. And then I just went and then like just explored even more. Like this was before YouTube and all of these different things like we got now that we could go and just look up anything if we want to. But at that time you had to like really go in and do your thing. Like you had to go and like do a lot of research, or you just got what you just got. Like you just got just like a scene from a movie or like a scene from a show or whatever, and you just had to kind of like roll with that. And if you see it enough times, you kind of believe it. I see why people get brainwashed nowadays, because like they just you see it enough times, you kind of believe it. So damn, that's kind of a little epiphany for me. Let's be sitting here. Let's get to it.
How to hold our utensils.
Really? And how old were you again?
I was young.
What's young?
I would say probably.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna pause one more time. But look, I remember I was eating my food one time, and I was around my partner Nico, and cutting my food regular. I'm doing my thing, like holding it and cutting certain pieces, all that stuff like that. And he kind of looked at me like, "You eat really neat." And I was like, "What? What that mean? What does that mean?" He's like, "You eat neat, like you cut yourself. Cut your food a certain way. You hold your knife and fork a certain way, like you separate it a certain way, and then you grab it a certain way." And I was like, I never paid attention to it. It's just how I eat. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm not a. It's very important for me to show up as a certain person all the time. Not no facade. Like it's important for me to show up as that person all the time. So if you see me doing certain things and all of that, like you just know, like that's just, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Like that's just who I am. So, but it was interesting when he said that to me. So when he just said all of that, like his mom showing him how to like hold a knife and all of that, like I don't remember my mom teaching me that, but I definitely remember like from like movies and anything. My mom told me, a lot of stuff like when it comes to like chivalry and stuff. And she told me some gangster stuff, and then she taught me some player stuff.
What? This
Get to it.
We would go about 6 or 7.
Were your parents married, or because you
So
didn't
my
mention your
mother
dad
and father got divorced when I was younger.
Okay.
My dad, so when they got divorced, they were here in Detroit. I was born here in Detroit, and my mother moved to Atlanta. And so my dad stayed here in Detroit. He was a factory worker. And so I was always back and forth. So I would spend summers in the D, going to Belle Isle, all that stuff, having fun. And then I would go to school in Atlanta.
I didn't know that, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And so your mother is the one who taught you.
Well, she taught me the majority of it. My father, he was a factory worker, but he was a great communicator.
Gotcha.
So he really taught me how to communicate, how to speak from my diaphragm, how to walk with my head up. He was really big on confidence.
To be a gentleman, you have to have the capacity to deal with a lot.
True.
Because if not, being chivalrous will go right out the window. You're having a bad day and you haven't took a moment to what I call the 4 R's. Reflect, release, reset, and rest.
Yeah.
You haven't done that, and you're upset. You're not going to hold the door open for.
Reset. Wait a minute. Let's go back again.
being chivalrous will go right out the window. You're having a bad day and you haven't took a moment to what I call the 4 R's: reflect, release, reset, and rest.
Yeah.
Reflect, release, reset, and rest. Reflect, release, reflect, and rest. Nah, that's dope. But do you have the time to?
You haven't done that and you're upset. You're not going to hold the door open for a woman. You're not going to help an elderly person who's struggling with their groceries because you stressed out. You got a lot on you, you know.
I don't care how much you got on you. You should still help elderly person. Just saying. I mean, some elderly people can be pricks, but you should. I find joy in helping the elderly people, but then they get annoying sometimes. I ain't gonna lie to you. Listen, elderly people. That, you know what? And I can't even blame them because a lot of them don't even have help. Like, and it's crazy because they'll have family, they got grandkids and all that stuff, but their grandkids and all that won't even show up. So like anybody that shows up, they gonna take advantage of that and be like, "Oh, can you put up these blinds?" You be like, "Oh, cool. I'll put up these 2 blinds real quick. It'll take me about, maybe 30 minutes at the most, at the most." But then 2 blinds turn into, "Oh, can you put the filter in the furnace? Oh, can you put the help me get this out the dishwasher? Can you help me get," like, it turned into a whole bunch. "Can you take my dog for a walk real quick?" It just turned into a whole half a day. You be like, "Yo, how did I end up here? Like, how did I when did I make this deal?" So yeah, you should always be able to definitely always be able to help an elderly person. I don't know what the heck some of y'all be about, man.
Not step in and intervene if you see a child getting bullied because your kid just got in a fight, you know. So it's like it's imperative to be the gentleman that, you take care of yourself, and that's why in the definition where you're caring for others, but you don't compromise your own well-being or your own standards. And I talked about in that chapter as well about being chivalrous. This generation believes that chivalry is pandering to women. And when
It's a fine line. Nowadays, it is a fine line between chivalry and being a simp. There is a fine line between chivalry and being a simp.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Because I remember giving a woman flowers, or girl, what you want to call it. Hubby. I guess we were kids. I don't know. We were younger, way young, early 20s. And this dude I've watched, she told me she didn't see this person for however long. And then I'm like persistently trying to get at her. And then I buy her something and present it to her, tell her what's up, tell her how I feel, like a dumbass. What you doing? Tell her how I feel. And then she like, "Why are you telling me this? Why are you telling me this right now?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like, why you mean, why am I telling you this right now? What kind of foolish are you talking about?" And then she goes and run down the street, and then homeboy pull up in his car and get out like, "Can I get a hug?" And the whole school just like going crazy. Like the whole like Yeah, this is early. Yeah, this is definitely high school. Yeah, this is definitely high school. The whole school, like just looking like, haha. I said, here I am trying to be chivalrous and show you this, that, and the third, and you giving me vibes. At least what I thought was vibes as a kid. That was fucking bullshit. That's I mean, at the end of the day, like when you really look at it back as a child, you like that was so stupid. The stuff that you believed back in the day was just so stupid. Like what were you doing, dummy? Anyway, here we go.
Discovered that it was the code of medieval knights.
Yeah.
They were the warriors of their day, or the samurai of that day. And taking care of the kids, honoring women, respecting women, the elderly, being respectful to others, and even yourself. Self-respect was big. What do you think caused the demise of that in I guess, manhood? Like it's, you don't, like if you go to the average manhood seminar.
Yeah.
Here we go with it again.
There's 8 billion people in the world.
You rarely hear about chivalry. What do you think, like, took that away? What's the main cause you think removes chivalry from being the gentleman or in manhood in general?
Yeah. So I think, growing up, I can remember the culture shift almost. The institute, the gangster, the player, the pimp.
Yes.
The thug.
Yes.
So these characters became.
I used to want to be a PIMP. Sound crazy, but I used to want to be a PIMP. I remember, like, was it Pimps Up, Hoes Down came out and all of that? Like the Players Ball, where like they started like taping them and putting them out and all of that stuff. And HBO had like different specials and sounds crazy, but I definitely like now that I'm older, I'm like, damn, you want to be a what? Yeah, I ain't want to be one like full time, but like, maybe part time. I wasn't trying to like gorilla pimp or nothing like that. I was just trying to like, So let me stop before they think I'm, cause ain't nobody trafficking. I don't know if you can say that word. I just said like the trafficking. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but like go back.
What the example of a man is supposed to be.
Gotcha.
I can remember when Snoop, dropped Doggy Style, and just that whole shift in mentality, because I can remember Tribe, and all of them came out back in the day, and they were talking about consciousness, going to college, looking after women, protecting the community, and then it kind of shifted. So I think it was, the media.
What was the shift?
I just think
what
that
group shifted that?
I think media had a big play in that. I think hip hop, because that was
media definitely had a big play in that. Hip hop definitely had a big play in that. Like huge play in how what women are called. Now, is it true about a lot of these women? Yes. Hoes are hoes. Prostitute. Like they are where they are, but not every woman. Not, you know what I'm saying? But it's kind of becoming a thing now where it's like, I'm starting to be a thing. It's almost every damn woman almost soon. It's gonna be like to the point where it's like you ain't gonna. It's gonna be lame to be like the regular traditional woman or whatever the case may be. It's gonna be lame, and it's gonna be like a damn near like a trend almost. I mean, shit, it's damn near a trend right now. Shoot, if you want to say that, but I don't know if it's a trend. I don't know, because trends usually leave and fade away, and I don't see this being a trend. The hose is here to stay.
The hoes are here to stay.
Let's get back to it.
Our CNN, that was
For
our,
sure, yeah, definitely.
you know, our news, that was our pulse, you know. So I think that the culture shifted, and guys just felt like they had to be this thug that was cold-hearted.
You know, the kindness, it shifted. Even in my heart, the gold standard when I grew up was a hyper-masculine black male.
Yeah.
You know, and so
Yeah.
everyone, the nice guys, you couldn't get the girl unless you looked that way or acted that way. And you see it today. You got good-hearted young men, and they trying to be what they call a YN. You know, they're trying to look like how that looks.
So
Right.
true.
And it's like, my man, this isn't even who you are.
Right.
And so that's why I admire, you know, how you carry yourself, you know, every day. It's like I don't care if you're wearing sweats, brother. It's not even your clothes, it's your aura and how you carry yourself and how you speak with confidence. And
It's not the clothes, it's your aura and how you carry yourself. I agree. Clothes is just to mask certain things. I've heard, quote unquote, what somebody would call a bum spit some real shit. Like spit some of the realest shit you ever heard in your life. It had you like, damn, how you became a bum with all this wisdom, but he got that wisdom though. And he just putting you on. He like, don't know me like me, shorty. I got addictions, and I ain't really a bum. I just got addictions. You feel me? I be out this, you feel me? I don't really be wanting to be out this month, but I just be out this month. You feel me? I got things going on in my life. Like I got apartments. I got people around me. You feel me? I got family. They don't really rock me like that because I choose to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I could go around my family and try to get some help and shit, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like life is to be suffered alone. Why should I put them in my misery? And you were like, damn. life is to be suffered alone. Why should I put them in my misery? Hold up. You good, shawty?
Are you good?
Let's get back to it.
respectful, and it's refreshing to see, man. And
Thank you.
you had mentioned, so growing up, that you didn't have any resistance from your friends. That's hard to believe, brother. Like they were cool with you wearing like slacks and everything. Like I can't. That's just hard to believe.
Yeah, so I know I was a leader, you know, growing up, and I think I was a leader because I was different. I heard your son Jason talk about that.
Yeah.
But I think that people are just looking for something different. And because I was the way I was, and I still carry myself with confidence because that's how I was taught.
Right.
Yeah, I think if you have a lot of confidence about yourself, people are just gonna accept you for who you are, and not and it's like what I mean by like just be yourself. I remember this kid, uh, his name was Hootie Hoo, and we named him Hootie Hoo because of the Dudley brothers. I don't know if y'all remember wrestling back in the day. Hootie Hoo, and they had the belt and they go crazy and they, you know what I'm saying, all that, like the Dudley brothers. There's like black and white guy, but he used to like imitate them a lot. And he had the belt and all that, but he was special. He was probably, you know, on the spectrum somewhere or something like that, or whatever the case may be. Something. I know he didn't have like Downs. He didn't look like Downs, but he was like autistic and like heavily, you know, whatever it was. I didn't know exactly what it was back then, but now, you know, kind of like put that together from like being around different people. But he was like super popular because of that. Like everybody was like, if you was having a bad day, you just like, yo, Hootie. Like he just did certain things. He did like wrestling moves and then we had this other kid. I can't remember. He was like an Indian kid, but he was like, he was in a wheelchair, like one of the motorized wheelchairs. So he would always like pop wheelies for us, and so you could be yourself, and like you don't have to be like over the top just to be noticed. Like you just be yourself, and then like just have like little quirks that people love and all of that. Now over time, it becomes a little annoying. I would say for somebody probably because they doing stuff that's performative for everybody else, and it's like I don't want to do this all the time. But when you're in high school, that's like important, like to do like certain performative type of things, like even like playing sports and all that, like all of that's performative. You trying to get the attention or the you're just trying to get noticed. You're trying to get noticed by everybody, and you trying to. It's like it's an ego thing. All this shit. All this. Yo, life is about ego.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, life, I learned since I've been out in my things like life is about ego, you feel me? And when I be on this, man, I be ego tripping. I feel you.
And let me stop.
People start putting on button ups and I was shifting trends and styles even in my school. Like I remember guys wearing ties because I used to come in with the big tie and have like my look, you know, and the way I would wear my jeans with my shoes.
Wow.
And then they started doing it. And the same guys that was talking about me end up coming and then now they rocking. I'm like, oh, that's...
I mean, how often?
That's because the girls, they heard the girls talking about it. Yo, dudes only gonna do stuff because girl. If a dude come in and he come in with, I don't even know what. Payless not even out no more. He came out with some Walmart shoes. Some what they call them, Avas or Awas, whatever them kids like I've seen somebody do. And he coming in with those, and the girls be like, "Oh my God, that was cute. Oh my God, that was cute. Where you get those from? Oh my God, that was cute. Oh my God, oh you look good and all. That was good." Be for certain, all the other ones gonna follow for sure. Be for certain. I remember I had this like I used to always try to like not try, but I would always set trends for myself, and then like people was like start taking it. Like I used to wear like the bally chains around my neck, and I had like different like I always had like different chains and all that stuff like that with like different things. Like I would take like my mother like different like antique keys and put it on there and all of that. Like trend. I mean, being trendy, being the trendsetter is better than being trendy. That's just my opinion. And then you just move on to something else. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Talk to the boys here, when they're dealing with verbal bullying.
Right.
When we help them process, really these boys are jealous of you.
That's it.
You're an individual and you're walking to, you're walking your own path. And that's why I believe it's crucial, even for grown men, is you look at social media, all we see is highlight reels and, every man is always clean, but where are the down moments?
Yeah.
To me, that's the sign of a gentleman. When life is hard, can you still hold it together and still be respectful?
So,
I pride myself on being resilient as well. I pride myself on being one of those people, like even when quote unquote the shit hit the fan, you got to figure some shit out. Like if y'all only know my situation right now, point blank, like, but you got to figure it out. You got to take that leap of faith because you only get this one life, man. And I don't know God gonna give me another one of these that I can remember and I can go back and be like, yeah, I used to be Tristan. And in my former life, I was doing this. So we don't get those. We don't get those luxuries. Maybe some people do. I don't know. But I don't know. But while I'm here, I'm a what they say, I'm gonna do my big one. I'm gonna do my big one. There's and as I get older, I'm noticing that I'm getting in these little ruts and little like thing, and even then I have to get out of that. I might, a few days or something like that, or like even shit. It might go for like a week or two. Where I'm just like, I don't know what to do. Like because that ain't working. So what do I do? So here I am.
It raised me to be respectful to women, to people in general, to mentor those in need.
Look, I can't even
Take
talk.
what you do best and create a website that's worthy of it.
Ants.
My
He
father,
getting money.
not so much, you know, he was tough, you know, he was smooth, you know what I mean? But I never had a man really to teach me dining etiquette, grooming etiquette, speaking and communication, you know. Those things were, I wasn't even privy to those things until my 30s almost, brother.
Yeah, I definitely didn't have no males teach me those things whatsoever. That's a fact. That's something I ain't got to think about or even try to like decipher. No, I did not have no males to show me any of those things. I don't remember not one man showing me how to treat or like cater or like, yeah, I don't. I'm lying. Why am I lying? Why am I lying? Why am I lying? Why am I lying?
Why are you lying? Why? You not have no reason to lie. Stop your blood clean.
It's like no. Um my he's like my second dad in so many words, but Johnny, like my mother's ex-husband, he taught me a lot about how to treat women, even in his battles. Because he battled hard. Shout out to Johnny. Johnny Everhart, man. That's my guy. And I'm not put I'm that's like if y'all ever met this dude, he one of the coolest dudes in the world. Like he he look at my mom as his wife still. He got his own wife, like a new wife. Like he done got remarried and everything. He still call us his kids and all of that stuff like that. Like Johnny was that dude, man. Johnny was definitely that dude. He taught me a lot about like chivalry when it come to women, for sure. That's for sure the man. Yeah. So I take all of that back. I take all of that back. And I don't know why I said that. Like, you know, I'm glad I'm doing these lives. I'm glad I'm doing it. I could call myself on this damn lie because that was definitely a lie. Because that was my dude, man. That was my dude. That is my dude. I'm saying that I was. Shout out to him. He's still alive in there. Matter of fact, you know the funny thing? Him, Johnny, and my dad were born on the same day, and I think the same year. But they were definitely born August 4th for sure. Yeah, that's crazy.
What would you say to that man who dresses to fit in instead of express dressing to how he feels for the day? How would you encourage him to embrace the characteristic of the gentleman?
That's a good question, Jason. I think that I would say number one is you got to open up your heart, and that's difficult. You know.
What does that look like? What do you mean open up your
So
heart?
for me, like I said, I begin my day with meditation and prayer. I realize that I can't do what I need to do absent of the Father. I need him. I need him every day. And so I think it's important for you to understand who your source is. And connect with that part of you because that's where everything else flows out of.
That's good.
After I got shot, I went on a journey within myself to find out who am I really? Because I was putting on. And I was putting on because I became captive.
How many men are like that? Like, I can't give you my heart anymore because of what this one woman did. Or if you're married and your wife hurts you, not she committed adultery, but something she said to you, triggered something from your childhood, and now you're not even open to being romantic or caring or chivalrous while you're out, you know.
Definitely.
There's many husbands, I mean, I fail at sometimes opening the door for my wife, and like, that should be a habit.
Yeah.
You know, and so I'm glad you said that. You know, allowing yourself to take the journey through prayer, through meditation, and asking the Most High to help you heal from what you've been through. But at the same time, the scriptures say that there is victory when there's abundance of counselors.
Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah, you
that
was going to say that to bring, so as that, you've implemented like therapy and counseling to help you as well?
So counseling was important for me, dealing with all of the trauma, but I didn't get that until I was an adult. You know, I didn't get counseling until I was in my 30s. And, you know, think about all those years of, you know, going through the trauma of being shot, being in the streets, being in, you know, all kind of crazy relationships.
What? This hour?
You know, I was the same way. I just shut those emotions off and felt that this was a protection for me, you know. But therapy helped a lot. I heard somebody say that therapy, what they say, prayer is a weapon and therapy is a strategy on how to move forward. And that's what it helped me to really look at myself, look at the mirror, understand, because I think some trauma we don't even know we have because we live in an environment where everybody's dealing with compound
Everyone
trauma.
has something.
You know?
Yeah, definitely. Well, thanks, brother. I appreciate your time.
Love you.
Means I love you too, man. Thank you.